Hello everyone, welcome to this series on the tragic flaws in the plays of Shakespeare. And in this video, we will discuss the play Coriolanus. Introduction. In the play Coriolanus, the protagonist, Caius Marcius Coriolanus, is a quintessential tragic hero whose downfall is precipitated by his overweening pride and inflexibility. These flaws manifest in his arrogance and disdain for the common people, ultimately leading him to his political and personal ruin. Coriolanus's pride and disdain. Coriolanus's pride is evident from the outset. As a valiant warrior, he believes his military prowess entitles him to unchallenged authority and respect. His triumphs on the battlefield feed a sense of superiority, leading him to view the Roman populace with disdain. This contempt is palpable when he dismisses the concerns of the citizens, calling them a herd without a pasture, more than the sheep that owe them masters. Act 1, Scene 1. This disdain alienates him from the very people he is supposed to lead and protect, making it impossible for him to garner their support when he needs it most. Coriolanus's inflexibility and downfall. Further crippling his potential for leadership is his inability to bend. Coriolanus views any form of humility as a betrayal of his principles. When the tribunes, representatives of the people, ask him to show humility and appease the plebeians, he scoffs, declaring, "Would you have me false to them?" Act 3, Scene 1. This rigid adherence to his own perception of honor blinds him to the political realities of Rome. Even his partisan allies urge him to show some form of compromise, with Menenius warning, "Beware, he that depends upon you will, like wolves, feed on yourselves." Act 3, Scene 1. However, Coriolanus remains unyielding, a stance that ultimately leads to his exile. Coriolanus's inflexibility and tragic flaw. Coriolanus's inflexibility is another critical aspect of his tragic flaw. His inability to adapt or show any form of political tact results in escalating conflicts with both his allies and enemies. When advised to humble himself before the citizens of Rome to secure their support, Coriolanus recoils, saying, "Would you have me false to my nature? Rather say I play, the man I am." Act 3, Scene 2. This refusal to compromise reveals his deep-seated pride and highlights his rigid adherence to his principles even at the cost of his political career. The culmination of Coriolanus's tragic flaws. The culmination of Coriolanus's tragic flaws is starkly evident in his alliance with his former enemy, Tullus Aufidius. In his anger and prideful reaction to being banished, Coriolanus turns against Rome, declaring, "I will fight against my cankered country with the spleen of all the under-fiends." Act 4, Scene 5. This decision, driven by his wounded pride and inflexibility, sets the stage for his ultimate downfall. Coriolanus's tragic demise. In the end, Coriolanus's tragic flaws lead to his demise. His former ally, Aufidius, turns against him, perceiving him as a threat. Coriolanus's unyielding nature and arrogance have left him isolated, with no allies to support him. In his final moments, he remains defiant, embodying the very traits that have led to his ruin. His death serves as a powerful reminder of the destructive power of pride and inflexibility. Conclusion. Coriolanus' story in Shakespeare's play is a poignant exploration of how A hero's greatest strengths can also be their greatest weaknesses. His pride and inflexibility, while contributing to his prowess as a warrior, also precipitate his tragic downfall. His disdain for the common people and refusal to adapt to political realities underscored the perils of hubris and rigidity. In the end, Coriolanus' tale is a cautionary one, highlighting the devastating consequences of allowing one's virtues to become vices. So this was the discussion on the tragic flaw in Shakespeare's play Coriolanus. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other play. Until then, goodbye and thank you.